It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here. Shaq's here. Kenny's here. Welcome to this edition of 2K Sports. Tonight we'll see the Oklahoma City Thunder playing against the Los Angeles Clippers. Well, for the Clippers, it's been a rough start to the season. On one hand, the mishaps have generated valuable learning opportunities. On the other hand, you can't fall so far behind in the standings that the year's over before it's begun. An intriguing matchup tonight. Two smart, experienced ball clubs. Shaq, how do you see this one playing out?
Solid execution on both sides. Each guy playing to his own strengths.
Okay. It's going to be, I think it's going to be more tactical, though, honestly. You know, if the game is played at a fast pace, that's when the benches come into play, because we'll see who has the bigger bench.
If,
You okay? You all right?
Oh.
You all right?
Man, no, I'm not.
Okay.
Oh. Kevin Harlan, take it away.
Oh, sorry, Ernie. You go down the wrong pipe?
Something did.
We're coming at you from the Peak Chesapeake Energy Arena in beautiful Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, as the Thunder prepare to take the floor. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, our terrific analysts, and David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. Well, for the Oklahoma City Thunder, they won their last contest, that game against Phoenix.
And you know what? Up against a weak defense, they were allowed to do pretty much whatever they wanted.
Yeah, what I like, though, besides that, is that they just didn't settle for it, because weak defenses, you could take bad shots. That's not what they did here tonight.
And as things get ready to roll, let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's on the sideline. David?
Well, guys, Paul George has made a reputation as a dynamic two-way player. He said you can dominate a game in so many ways. That's always been my mindset. I just go out there and ball. Kevin, back to you.
Well, you love that versatility, DA. Thank you. Brent, we're already starting to hear some trade rumors out there. Is it ever too early to start making changes?
If you talk to any good GM, it's never too early to start thinking about how can I make this roster better.
Constant thought.
There are some times, though, and I think we've seen this through the years, where there might be a player that's on the roster that, whether there's a coaching change or his approach to the season, maybe it's a contract year and mentally he's not really where he needs to be, that sometimes teams examine that and think, might need to remove this now in order for us to get where we need to go. And that might be some of the reasons why, Kevin, we're hearing some names this early in the season.
Exactly. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. Setting the floor for the Clippers, Beverly and Williams, the guard tandem. Harris and Gortat are up front, and it's Gallinari in at the small forward position.
Outstanding speed by Gallinari. He sees the opportunity, and the easy score takes advantage.
One up, one down, 2 points with his first shot this game.
That's a talented guy getting too easy a look. Might have been a miscommunication on that one.
Well, just the first quarter, everyone's still getting adjusted. That said, on defense, you have to bring help sooner.
Now here's Beverly, and slam dunk by Harris.
Well, it's the golden age of point guards, and Patrick Beverly trying to show that he belongs amongst them. Great awareness on that play.
Here's Robertson. He's guarded by Williams. With some arc, the shot's good from Robertson.
And a terrific use of the floater, unguardable really, because you can't do anything defensively to stop it.
And Beverly kicks to Gortat. Back to Beverly. Takes a three. That shot is off. Now Oklahoma City takes it the other way. George against Gallinari. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
That's a nice play by Paul George, showing a nice touch from the mid-range.
The pass to Gortat. Back to Williams. Westbrook with the block. George against Gallinari. They get the rebound. Here's Patterson, and they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Well, if my counting is right, they've made 4 of their first 5. That's good.
Patrick Patterson, a veteran forward out of Kentucky, had some of his best years, Brent, playing with the Toronto Raptors.
He's a real difference maker for them, coming off the bench and being able to stretch out offensive possessions, shot the ball incredibly well, high efficiency from there. And that's why the advanced stats, I think that the general manager of Oklahoma City thought that Patterson, as an addition here, could help out their offense and give them some punch off the bench.
That free throw good from Patterson.
Well, Patrick Patterson had some great years where he showed his three-point shooting prowess, but if he can get down into the post and score there as well, it's another option for their offense.
And there's the foul. That's on Steven Adams. That is his first foul of the game. And here is Los Angeles now. It's a 5-point game. Gallinari attacking on the money from 12 feet away.
Gallinari so hard to guard from the mid-range area because of his quick first step to the hoop, but you can't play too far off him or he'll do just that, burn you with the J.
Now here's Westbrook. 37 points in the win against Phoenix.
Well, what helps that out a lot is he got to the free throw line, which was a real game changer. It slowed down the opposition's momentum and made them play to his team style.
Here's Beverly following the basket by Russell Westbrook. Harris outside. Gallinari on the wing. Good, and Harris gets the assist. And it's 6 points for Gallinari.
Nice swing action there. Gallo, he simply squares up and rises to the occasion.
Gallinari with the steal. Beverly for 3. He can't get that one, and it's Oklahoma City the other way. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. And Patterson kicks to Robertson. In the corner, it's Westbrook. 6 on the shot clock. Back to George. Over Gallinari. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Count that bucket. Harris has got his second bucket of the night.
Not much you can do defensively. When Tobias is covered, he's still finding ways to score.
Pass to Patterson. To the wing right side. Here's Robertson. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls.
Soft leaner with no one there to contest. Probably made it a little more difficult than he had to.
Orta with the ball. Now defended by Adams. Westbrook with the steal. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That's on Marcin Gortat.
He just has physical tools to make you go in there and foul him. Westbrook back to the line. So interesting with Russell Westbrook. Never really touted or championed growing up, but if you go to UCLA, you have to be halfway decent, don't you, Kevin? 5'8" stick figure back in high school and came off the bench his freshman year at UCLA, and I just don't think anybody saw what was coming out of Russell Westbrook, but we're appreciating it now.
First free throw is good. And you heard the story. Westbrook showed up for a basketball camp in Atlanta. His name wasn't on the list. He had to sit in the lobby for 4 hours before they let him in.
That story is hard to believe. Obviously not a blue chip recruit, and I don't think that Russell Westbrook ever thought about seeing himself in the NBA at any point. Was just hoping to get a scholarship, and that second season at UCLA opened up some eyes about just how athletic and explosive he could be. Here we are today.
Now here's Beverly. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Kicks it to Gortat. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Shot clock at 5. Williams, that's good.
Well, this is what gets his teammates going. The veteran Williams shaking and making the defense work.
Passes it to Patterson. And there's the call on Lou Williams. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Westbrook. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Williams finds Harris, and stolen by Patterson. George against Gallinari. George with the bounce pass. Pass to Adams. Here's Robertson. He's guarded by Williams. Robertson can't hit.
And I really thought he was going to send that shot the other way, but at least he forces the miss.
Well, just good timing on his part. Anytime the shooter has to adjust, the defense wins.
Here's Beverly. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Outside Williams. Here's Harris. The kick out to Williams. 4 on the shot clock. And Andre Robertson is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Westbrook against Williams. Clock at 6. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Harris inside the line.
Because of Paul George's athleticism, he can do a lot of things. He turns guys over. He blocks shots. He's got great hands. He affects a lot defensively.
Here's Robertson, guarded by Harris. Here's Westbrook. Gets to the corner and buries it. Westbrook's got 8 points. Clippers trail by 5. Williams kicks to Harris. Poked away, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession. And in front of you now is a list of the players with the highest shooting percentage last season. In the 3rd spot, Montrezl Harrell. The 4th spot held by Steven Adams.
As well as these two shot the ball, it was a nightmare situation for a defender guarding either one of them. It's so hard to stop them from getting their shots off. And trailing here in the first, you'd like to see them be a little more aggressive on the offensive glass.
Here's Robertson. The shot misses. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Defeated by the Wizards in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, guys, they were forcing it a bit in that one and shot a relatively low percentage because of it.
Well, if I put it on a scale, Greg, the aggressiveness was an 8. The shot selection, a 2. Could have been a lot better.
Now Adams, following the 3-point attempt by Lou Williams. Good on the bucket. Adams has got his first points of the night.
Well, Adams doesn't get his number called offensively all that often, but when he does, he can show you what he's capable of doing.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. Russell Westbrook, passionate about the game of basketball, Brent, we know that, but fashion among his foremost interests outside the game.
Yeah, the honor the gift fashion line, which, Kevin, you and I don't think we have much in our closets from that, but got to respect it. Fearless, not only on the court, but off the court in some of the attire that Russell Westbrook brings to the game.
Now here's Harrell, the dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's going to be on Nerlens Noel.
Well, Montrezl Harrell, seen by many as a throw-in in that Chris Paul trade, has paid huge dividends for the Clippers.
One shot, gentlemen.
That's good from Harrell. And with Harrell standing 6'8", he seems undersized, Brent, but his wingspan measured over 7'4".
Well, the wingspan and the effort that he plays with, which is hard to measure but easy to see, makes him very unique at that position. Long arms, very strong, and just runs the floor. I mean, he just takes off down the floor and hard to stop once he gets going.
Here's Beverly. Paul George making his last shot. This one for three, but they recover it. And Mbamute kicks to Scott. Beverly against Schroeder. Just 5 to shoot. Second chance shot. And that's 2 points on the layup.
The strength from Patrick Beverly is impressive. Takes the punishment. I don't think he minds it one bit and still converts.
Here's Schroeder. That's tipped. Bradley, no one around him. It's good from long range. And now just a 1-point Thunder lead.
That's pretty pure from Avery Bradley. Huge part of his game. He's been working on that three-point ball.
Schroeder. And it's Bradley with the rebound.
Just like to see the defensive effort get better for their ball club. They can't expect guys to miss the mid-range Jays every time.
And trying for the go-ahead basket, it doesn't go in.
And they have a narrow edge here in rebounding early on, and you wonder what kind of a role that's going to play moving forward.
Now, here's Grant. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. From deep, George. Rebound by the Clippers. Last time they met was in Los Angeles.
Yeah, and they got beat last time these two teams met, and really free throws were the story.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Now, here's George. 17 points for him last game against Phoenix.
Well, I think he was especially impressive on the glass. The defense had no idea what to do with him. Now, you got to fight through things like this right now. His team needs him to shoot better. He's just had a tough quarter. A little over-aggressive. He's got to dial it back if he wants to stay on the floor. 2 fouls in the first. Tough to overcome.
Brent, Montrezl Harrell out of Louisville came into the league as an energy player, but he can score as we're seeing in bunches.
Well, I think with starters minutes, he might give you a few 20-point nights, but mostly his impact has been huge with energy and effort coming off the bench, in constant motion around the rim, and a great finisher as well.
That's good from Harrell. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. Brent, we're seeing a number of superstars sign shorter contracts with early opt-outs. Why have we seen that trend?
Well, I think in some of those cases, the players are knowing that the opportunity for a larger cap in the successive years, they want the opportunity to maximize their earning potential. So seeing a Kevin Durant or a LeBron James sign a 1-year deal or a 1+1, it gives them the opportunity to cash in a year later for the type of contract that they deserve, the maximum contract allowable.
Here's Noel. Lays it up and banks it in. Noel's got the game tied up here for the Thunder.
And this is what happens when you fail to block out.
Defensive rebounding just as important as causing the miss in the first place.
And you could see he knew exactly where that long rebound was coming off, able to get there quickly and snatch it up.
Beverly up top. He's guarded by Schroeder. Beverly against Schroeder. Left side, Bradley. Clock at 6. It's rebounded by Schroeder.
Yeah, this is a terrible start for him, and it has to be weighing on him.
For 3, and he's good on the 3 ball. Schroeder's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
It looked like the D knew it was coming, almost inviting Schroeder to take it. RSVP'd.
Left side, Bradley. Back to Beverly. Shot from free throw range. Basket counts.
Yeah, Beverly doing a good job of reading not just his defender, but the secondary defender in that pick and roll.
The pass to George. Over Mbamute. Russell Westbrook has been leading the charge for the Oklahoma City Thunder. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We've got more in store for you right after this. The leadership of Russell Westbrook is so important to the team, and Steven Adams talked about what it means to him.
He's doing just an unbelievable job at just controlling the guys, controlling the game, making sure that everyone's feeling in the right mood to play and willing to sacrifice for one another.
You know, so much of leadership is that emotional component, motivating guys to give their all.
And Russ certainly leads by example with his competitive zeal, but he understands also he's got to bring his teammates with him.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Thunder, guys.
They're just very aggressive on the offensive side of the ball, attacking the rim in this first quarter. A lot of trips to the free throw line.
Yeah, fans always have in the back of the mind the idea of those hometown calls, but the truth is the aggressiveness is paying off.
The forwards, George and Grant. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Felton. And it's Noel in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Now, here's Beverly. Here is Mbamute. He's off on that one. George with the defensive effort. And so George will bring it up for Oklahoma City. They'll be off to Charlotte for a game against the Hornets. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip.
That's something I think Paul George in the offseason is really working on, just pulling up off the dribble, maintaining great balance. Very few flaws in his offensive game.
It's Bradley on the wing. He's covered by Grant. That one wide left. The Thunder with the lead. They get a hand on it. Outside, George. Felton with the ball. Now guarded by Bradley. No good from Grant. For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Felton against Bradley. He kicks it to Mbamute. Lets it go with a 3. The Thunder pull it in. Outside, Felton. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Got it. Good job in the low post. And now a 3-point Thunder lead.
Well, fantastic awareness, finishing with ease at the rim, and the defense was just not a factor.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, guys, the Clippers are going in a new direction. Now, Coach Doc Rivers said, we had a shot. I don't think anybody understands how hard it is to win a title. Until you do that, you're going to be frustrated a lot and have to make tough decisions. Kevin?
Well, they're trying to make the right decisions to rebuild better than before, DA. Thanks.
2 shots.
The first free throw is good. The Thunder went into free agency with a lot of question marks, but ended having a big summer.
Able to retain Paul George, and that was the first and largest key. Getting a player like Noel for cheap was also a big help for this group. The Thunder were at a fork in the road last season, but this team now as dangerous as ever.
He's perfect from the line this time. Now here's Schroeder. His last outing with 20 points. Pass to Patterson. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Misses the corner 3.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Williams kicks to Bradley over Westbrook. But they'll get another chance. It's stolen by Adams. Schroeder against Williams. Out to the right wing. The tray. And it's Schroeder missing. The Clippers trail. Passes it to Williams. It's tipped, and he's able to get it back. Molinari passes to Harris. 5 to shoot. Second shot opportunity. That puts them in the lead. Harris has got 6.
Not the biggest player out there, but Tobias Harris confident to get down low, use his frame, and score.
Westbrook finds Schroeder. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Well, Dennis Schroeder showed he can handle high usage in an offense. Was the first option for the Hawks this past season. Even with defenses keyed in on him, he was able to average right around 20 points.
And he makes the first. And with Schroeder, he said he learned how to deal with all that extra defensive attention.
And being able to stay productive when dealing with the best opposing defender goes a long way in the NBA. Schroeder also managed to cut down on his turnovers while taking on more of a playmaker role. Strong year for him offensively, and I wouldn't be surprised if he continues to grow as a player.
Schroeder hits them both.
A lot of high hopes for Schroeder when he signed his 4-year deal back in 2016. His development hasn't continued at a high level, at least high enough for some people to take notice. So shooting from a distance, still an issue for the young point guard.
Outside Westbrook. Harris against Patterson. And there's a call on Tobias Harris. That's his first foul. Well, with Schroeder, he just isn't consistent enough from three-point range as point guards need to be today.
Well, last season was just a shade under the 30% range. He's still a great scorer by slashing and going to the rim, but that's going to tire you out. Teams back off and make you prove it. We'll see if Dennis can find some consistency from that range to be more dangerous.
Now, here's Patterson. 9 points last game out.
Well, he's a bit of a tweener defensively, but I like the effort there from Tobias.
Williams kicks to Bradley. Gallinari outside. Puts it up from 12. The shot will not fall. Now Oklahoma City takes it the other way. And the foul on Avery Bradley. That's his first foul. Here's Schroeder. 5 points in the game. It's stolen by Harris.
Well, the instincts on defense on full display there. It was a gamble for sure, but it paid off big time in the form of a steal.
Bradley against Schroeder, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
Well, you talk about the lockdown individual defenders in this league. Don't forget about Avery Bradley. That's been his calling card from the moment he set foot in the league.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Bradley. And Greg, for Bradley, there's some disconnect as far as his defensive impact. You know, the numbers guys will say it doesn't quite match up to his reputation.
Yeah, I mean, more impactful as an on-ball defender than he is as, say, a help defender. Probably a little undersized for an off guard, but his commitment, no doubt, is off the charts.
And so Bradley nails both of them.
There's a nice, quiet leadership quality that Avery Bradley gives to his teammates, and it's something that the coaching staff absolutely is on board with.
Now, here's Patterson. Schroeder, right side. Robertson kicks to Westbrook. Clock at 6. Three-pointer. Gallinari with the rebound. And so it's Gallinari with it. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. They've only given up 6 here in this quarter. Outside Williams. Fires for three. It's rebounded by Robertson. Oklahoma City trailing. To the paint. And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys, so that's a free basket right there.
It'd be great if Steven Adams develops that shot consistently. That'll open up some offense.
Los Angeles has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Harris outside. Kicks to Gallinari. Another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Pass to Patterson. The pass to Robertson. Back to Patterson. Schroeder against Bradley. Chalk up 2 there. That's 7 points for Dennis Schroeder.
Have to credit the D at least for contesting that one. Ultimately, Schroeder is just too good from that range. Can't let him get the ball there.
Here's Gallinari. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, he's had ankle troubles and knee surgeries. Last season, a gluteal tear. And over the course of his career, injuries seem to be more of a part of what Danilo Gallinari's story is about in the NBA. Hopefully he'll find some health this year.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Gallinari. And Gallinari an efficient score if he can just, Brent, stay healthy.
Yeah, the optimism seems to be waning with regards to that. Over his 10-year career, he's played about half of the games, and you're paying him a pretty good sum of money. That's a tough pill to swallow if you're an owner, but as a fan, you root for him to be out there and have some success.
Gallinari hits them both. Getting open in the NBA, not an easy task, and there are a lot of players that are so good moving off the ball.
I think the first couple guys that come to mind are J.J. Redick and Kyle Korver. Old school style in which they operate like a Rip Hamilton. And if you go back, Mitch Richmond, where they're using a multitude of screens, seemingly never stopping during an offensive possession and causing some kind of confusion. So J.J. and Kyle Korver are still doing exemplary jobs of off-ball movement.
It's stolen by Schroeder. And here comes the break. Adams down low. Gortat's there. Robertson can't hit. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And here is Los Angeles now. Here's Williams. The rebound by Patterson.
Yeah, he can't make a thing out there right now, guys. If he keeps this up, don't be surprised if his team gives up this lead.
Here's Westbrook. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Gortat's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Harris passes to Gallinari. A steal. Westbrook against Williams. Puts one up from 19, and he hits the jump shot. Westbrook's got 10 points.
That's a nice release on the mid-range jump shot. Westbrook getting more consistent from there. Loves the right side especially.
Outside Williams. Over Westbrook. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Williams has got his second basket of the game. Outside Westbrook. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5 for 8 night shooting.
And another momentum shift. These teams going back and forth all night.
Yeah, which team's going to find some consistency first? Neither one can pull away.
Now here's Williams. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Washington. And it's in there. Williams has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, it's pretty much unguardable there. You got to respect Lou Williams' ability to guide those floaters softly into the rim.
And the foul on Avery Bradley. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Well, there are good fouls, and then there's those fouls. That's not a good one. Limits himself on defense, and he can't nearly be as physical for the rest of the period.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Noel's checked in for Patterson. Grant comes in for Andre Robertson. And it's Felton in for Dennis Schroeder. The Clippers also making some changes. Mike Scott's checked in for Harris. And Bahamute comes in for Gallinari. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Avery Bradley. Now here's Williams. Lays it up off the glass. And it's a 3-point Clipper lead.
Well, even when you get physical with Lou Williams, he'll use that against you. Keeps his balance that time.
Here's Westbrook. It's hauled in by Beverley. The Clippers have gone 6 of 14 shooting here in the second. The dish now to Williams. From 15 feet away, and it's good off the back rim and in. Williams has got 10 points in the game.
Now you could just tell in his gait and in the look on his face, he's in a great rhythm after a terrific first quarter. He is feeling it here in the second.
And the Thunder making a switch here. George is checked in. The Clippers have long labored in the shadow of the Los Angeles Lakers. A lot of ground to make up for the Clippers.
Well, from 1977 to 2011, the Lakers made the playoffs all but 2 seasons and won 10 NBA titles. So in that same time, the Clippers got to the postseason only 4 times and just won 1 series. So yes, Kevin, you're right. That's a well that you're looking up from if you're the Clippers. But the last 5 seasons, they've been better than the Lakers. Much better.
And, guys, this is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line. Perfect this quarter.
And both free throws good for Westbrook.
Now, Westbrook just plays with an incredible competitive fire, and that energy right now, he's not taking any possessions off.
Now here's Williams. He's got 10. With the teardrop, that's his 6th field goal today, and that makes him now 6 for 11.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
George finds Westbrook. To the middle. He's looking for Noel and finds him. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Well, you're going to play Westbrook on that pick and roll to shoot it, but he's underrated in being a distributor.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Hammock. Williams' shot is off. Thunder trailing by 3. Westbrook scanning the floor. Knocks it loose. And it's out of bounds. The Thunder able to retain possession. And a look now at the 4 areas where shots can come from. The paint, mid-range, and shots from deep, all broken down for the Clippers.
And they haven't been able to exploit the 3 from the corner. Maybe some better ball movement would help open the floor and get that shot into their arsenal.
Knocked away. Williams kicks to Beverley. Back to Williams. Pass to Beverley. Shot clock at 5. Fires it up. Again, Los Angeles.
Nice touch from Beverley. He feels comfortable right there, pulling up. That was a confident play.
And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. Trailing by 5. And they pick up 2. Westbrook's got 16 points.
Yeah, the onslaught continues. He's been unstoppable now for a couple of nights.
Well, a tip of the cap to the coaching staff here. They're recognizing how well he's playing, so the game plan has been built around him.
For Oklahoma City, they have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the line tonight.
One of the worst in the league a season ago, just 72%.
No good on that one. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for the Clippers. And that trip coming up empty, missing both.
And you look back at that 2012 finals, the Thunder lost in 5 games to the Heat. And you looked at that young talent, Durant, Westbrook, Harden, now all MVP award winners, along with Serge Ibaka, a young, talented, energetic Serge Ibaka, and it felt like there was a team that was going to rule the West for a very long time.
And here is Williams after Paul George getting his 3 to go. Williams against Felton. Williams with the ball. He's got 12. Puts up a 3. Russell Westbrook has been leading the charge for Oklahoma City. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Russell, how confident are you that there's nobody that can stay in front of you?
Very confident. I have a lot of confidence in myself. I put a lot of work in the summertime, and I'm very confident.
That is never a problem for you, Russ. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a good game we have here after one half of play, everybody. Welcome back for our halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny Smith. There was no stopping Russell Westbrook in the first half. He had 16 points, 2 assists, and 1 steal. Kenny, let's get your take on Oklahoma City.
Well, so far, they've taken care of their business here at home. It's something you might expect, but it's not a given. We'll see if they can keep that up in the second half.
And over to Shaq. Now your take on the Clippers.
Well, those second chance points are huge, and they only came because of their effort. Their work on the offensive glass is what's keeping them in the game. They definitely should try to continue to stay tough on the glass. It's been key so far.
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
Welcome back to Oklahoma City, everyone. You can see Chesapeake Energy Arena there in the background as the cars stream down I-40. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Well, you look at Russell Westbrook in this game, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, great job from him in that first half of drawing fouls and getting to the line.
Well, that is a great equalizer here. You want him to play that physical, but how do you do that without creating too much contact?
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Taking a look at Los Angeles, Harris and Gortat are up front. Williams and Gallinari out on the perimeter. And it's Beverly in at the 1 spot.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Havoc. And there's the call on Lou Williams. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Westbrook against Beverly. Goes up the baseline.
I think Patrick Beverly loves the challenge every night to shut down his man. Takes great pride on the defensive end.
And Williams gets it to go on the assist from Tobias Harris. 14 points for Williams.
And defensively, this is the opposite of how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, it's like 4 teenagers at home over the summer, just not enough activity. You've gotten your rest. It's time to man up.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
He kicks to Beverly. Passes it to Gallinari. Shot clock at 6. Stolen by Westbrook. Pass to Robertson for the lead. The shot, no good. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. Williams looking over the floor. Beverly dishes to Gortat. Out to Harris. Clock at 6. Over Patterson. Again, Los Angeles.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
Thunder trailing by 4. Outside Westbrook. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. To the middle. Here's Noel. And Noel throws it down.
Well, he's like a fumbling banker right now, dropping dimes with ease. I like how well he led his teammate on that possession.
A chance here to get a quick injury report. And let's get an update on the Steven Adams injury with DA.
Guys, I had a moment to catch up with the Thunder's head athletic trainer. After taking a look, he informed me that it doesn't look too bad. That is a bitter pill for them to swallow so early in the season. It clearly changes the look of this team going forward, Kevin.
Appreciate that, DA. Well, it's never easy for a player to go through what he's experiencing, Greg, right now.
But it is something that happens to almost every player. He's strong enough mentally to get through it. This we know.
Yeah, sometimes off the court, you work harder than you do preparing for a regular game. He'll get himself ready to go. Look forward to when he gets back on the court.
And here's Westbrook. After Tobias Harris getting his shot to go from deep.
And Tobias Harris had his best season in 2018, a career year from the three-point line. And you saw how much just his value jumped in that time frame. A key piece and a key part of the trade last year with Blake Griffin.
Two shots.
The first free throw is good. And guys, Clippers coach Doc Rivers calls Harris a nightmare matchup. What do you think?
Well, especially when he slides from the 3 over to the power forward spot. He spaces out the floor and then can put the ball on the deck, on the drive, get in and create some opportunities.
And so Westbrook makes them both. Clippers leading by 3. And the pass to Gortat. And stolen by Noel. Pass to Robertson. Over to the wing for the tie. And it's Westbrook. That time on the assist from Robertson. Robertson's got his 3rd assist on the night. LA has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Double team on Williams. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And so here is Oklahoma City. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 3 of 6 in the 3rd quarter, 50% from the field. Gallinari against George. 6 on the shot clock for the lead. It's rebounded by Lou Williams. Williams has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Count that one. And that's 15 points for Tobias Harris.
Well, Harris getting into the body of the defender and then finishing strong.
Westbrook kicks to Robertson. In the corner, George with it. Pass to Patterson. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Here's Noel. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
I like the defensive effort. They did a good job altering the mid-range shot and then making the shooter feel a bit uneasy.
Here's Williams. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Noel's got 4 rebounds now tonight. George passes to Westbrook. Fires the 3. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. To the inside. Harris finds Beverly. Great D that time from Westbrook.
And lots of credit for the team around him. They're picking up the slack here tonight. You just can't buy a bucket right now.
It's hauled in by Harris. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for Los Angeles. The lead is 2. After this one, they're off to Philadelphia to take on the 76ers. That matchup falls in the middle game of this 3-game trip.
And that 4th foul, guys, might force him to scale back the aggression from a defensive standpoint. He does not need, nor does the team need, number 5.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Adams comes in for Nerlens Noel. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Russell Westbrook. Now, here is Gallinari. 10 points for him. In the corner, Bradley with it. Cans it from downtown. Bradley's got 10.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
Robertson kicks to George. Back to Robertson. George against Beverly. That one's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Paul George.
Just hard to explain in its entirety the type of offensive impact that Paul George can make. He's just so multifaceted on the offensive end of the floor.
Kicks it to Patterson. Pass to Robertson. And it's Schroeder in the corner. Dishes it to Adams. And Adams with the slam.
A heady play there from Schroeder, zipping the pass to the teammate who had the cleanest look on the possession.
Los Angeles has gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Now here's Gortat. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Beverly against Schroeder. Now here is Gallinari. Tight defense on him. Stolen by George. And the Thunder pushing it up now. George with the ball. Here's Schroeder. The shot's good on the assist by George. And it's 9 points for Dennis Schroeder.
And Schroeder did not even have to think twice about that shot. This young man simply devours these chances inside.
Gallinari wide open. And again, no good by the Clippers. The Thunder have gone 6 of 14 since halftime. A little cold from the field.
This roster for the Clippers is in transition, no doubt about it. You think of the franchise's history, plenty of dysfunction, but over the last 5 or 6 years, they've been the best team in LA. Now it's a time for them to reset, try to find some new stars to carry it forward.
And Brent, you look at the Clippers ownership group, the front office, the coaching staff. It's a different story now from days past, isn't it?
Well, it just feels a little bit more stable. It just feels like they want to compete at the highest level, and they will do the things necessary to commit to winning. And we've seen that happen pretty quickly for the Clippers.
That's good from Harris.
I feel like Tobias Harris's confidence has grown over the past couple seasons, especially on the offensive end. Very capable of taking advantage of smaller defenders.
Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Felton comes in for Robertson. The Clippers also making some changes. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Gortat. Scott comes in for Patrick Beverly. And Mbah-a-Moute comes in for Gallinari.
Such a big bonus to have a big guy that can step up to the free throw line and knock down shots. So many guys struggle from there.
George looking over the floor. Adams down low. He's defended by Harrell. And it's Schroeder missing. The Clippers trail. For 3, Harris gets it to go for bucket number 8. He's taken just 10 shots.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
George against Harrell. Lets it fly. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Adams has got it all tied up now for Oklahoma City.
You know, a big guy with a motor is such a luxury in this league. Adams right there showing up big on the offensive glass, and then he converts.
Now here is Harris. A 3 from Bradley. Good. And Harris gets the assist. Harris has got 3 assists now in this one. Oklahoma City's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Adams dishes to Grant. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. The shot by George, no good.
Look, if they want any shot at winning this game, he has to be better out there.
Here's Scott. It doesn't go for him. Now Oklahoma City takes it the other way. Outside, Felton. Grant the pass to George. George missing again.
Well, he's using the force, but in the worst way possible right now. He just needs to dial it back and look to work the ball around the floor to his teammates.
Harris finds Bradley. Can he keep it going? Harris misses.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
George. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. George has got 4 points this quarter.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And the Clippers call time here.
And Steven Adams, the kind of guy who on a nightly basis is so appreciated by the star players on the team and certainly the coaching staff, just doing dirty work, setting screens, scoring on the inside, being a physical presence. And he's taken some strides, I think, Kevin, offensively, being able to score sometimes out of the box.
Nerlens Noel checks in for Jeremy Grant. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Lou Williams has checked in for Harris. It's good.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half, sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Now here's Schroeder. 9 points in the game so far. Here's George. Kicks it out to Schroeder. And it's off from three-point range. And you look at Adams' per-minute scoring averages, Brent. They've gone up every season.
Well, it's got to help having Russell Westbrook setting the table and the type of attention that not only Westbrook drew, but also PG and Carmelo Anthony for a season. So obvious uptick in the offensive numbers for Steven Adams, but he is improving, and you see some confidence in the offensive end of the floor.
Here's Noel following the score by Avery Bradley.
Paul George rising up. Nice to see a little bit of that return to the younger days from PG.
Bradley kicks to Scott. Williams for three. The rebound by Steven Adams. Adams has got 7 rebounds in the game. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's on Mbamute.
Well, PG played his first 7 seasons in Indiana with the Pacers and guided them to 2 Eastern Conference Finals appearances. And that playoff PG moniker that he came up with, it holds true if you look at the numbers. And when the Pacers were about to rebuild, I think Paul George let them know that he was willing to move on to continue his career somewhere else.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
The first one falls. A lot of fans in Indiana upset with Paul George for deciding to leave. Do they have a point, Brent, or is that unfair?
I think it's a little unfair, Kevin. 7 great years from Paul George. Obviously had to recover from the leg injury and came back strong. But PG wanting to go somewhere where he could win a title, and that's a decision that every player has to make. PG thought somewhere else he might have that opportunity and maybe more chances to do so.
Now here's Harrell, and the shot goes in. Harrell's got 8 points.
Well, that's a good job by Avery Bradley, recognizing that he had an open teammate and get it to him in a good position.
Adams, the pass to George. Sinks the three-pointer. George has got 10 points here in the second half.
Look, I checked the numbers, guys. We know he is great from out there. He made 1 in the first half. Now he has 1 so far in this half. Look out.
And Mbamute can't get it to go. And here's George. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. And stolen by Scott. And here is Williams. He's got 14. He kicks it to Mbamute. There's the pass to Harrell. 6 to shoot. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Harrell's got 4 this quarter.
Got to give a ton of credit to the screener there. That was a perfect pick to give his teammate the space to knock down the shot.
Schroeder outside. Here's George. What a play. Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
Great awareness of the clock to end the quarter.
You like to finish things on a positive note, and he times that one beautifully.
Tobias Harris, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Los Angeles. His production has been flowing as he's tallied 20 points and looks to be planning for more. And don't go away. Let's take a listen to a recent huddle from Coach Billy Donovan.
Hold your ground. Don't let him back your way in. Just hold your ground. The other thing, too, is once he picks the ball up, he's not going to shoot it. If he does, just stay down on him.
I like the way the Donovan's conveying that scouting report to his guys.
I mean, knowing how your opponent plays is important, and I think he's on point on this one.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Paul George is out there with Noel. Then there's Felton. Then there's Russell Westbrook. And it's Adams in at the center filling out the middle. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder.
Just a hard-fought battle, and neither team able to create any distance.
Well, we've seen some big plays here tonight, but they've been sporadic. That's been an issue.
Scott dishes to Williams. Over in the corner, Mbamute. Off target from three-point range. Here's Felton. Good. A nice assist from Westbrook. And the Thunder lead by 3.
Yeah, great court awareness. Westbrook sizing up the D and doing a good job of locating the open man.
Williams kicks to Scott. Harrell down low. Adams on him. Bradley finds Williams. Here's Scott. Off target from three-point range. Oklahoma City leading by 3. Lets it go from the wing. George, no good.
Yeah, and something we always talk about, though, shot selection.
Well, being aggressive is one thing, but aggression with control is another, and you need both elements working together.
Williams outside. And it's Noel with the rebound. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Felton kicks to Noel. Pass to Westbrook. Shoots over Bradley. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Clippers trail by 3. From about 19 feet, Westbrook pulls it in. Oklahoma City shooting at 46%, making some buckets. Felton the pass to Westbrook. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. Los Angeles has gone 0 of 3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Here is Mbamute, and the shot goes in.
And every once in a while, he'll show up and give you some great moves around the hoop.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. Well, Luke Mbamute, a defensive specialist out of UCLA.
You know, he's probably a natural small forward, but this is a guy that can defend literally 1 through 5. I mean, his offensive confidence has also grown through the years and starting to develop a reliable three-point shot, even making some plays from time to time off the dribble.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for Nerlens Noel, and it's Andre Robertson in for Raymond Felton. And then for Los Angeles, Gortat's checked in for Mike Scott. Alinari comes in for Mbamute. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Avery Bradley. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Billy Donovan talking to his team. He said, this is what we play for, fellas. Let's knock them on their heels right out of the timeout. Show them how much you want it. Go get it. He really is fired up about this game, Kevin.
Thank you, David. The Thunder, Brent, playing with such energy. but shooting, not their strong suit.
No, one of the lower three-point percentages in the league as a team. The free throw line also last year really weird. A big-time struggle for guys who had career low years from the free throw stripe. So tough to win big in today's game if you're not hitting threes and then not hitting the freebies.
And here's Beverly. He brings it up for Los Angeles. From 11 feet away, and it's Harrell missing. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Now, the early years when Paul George came into the league with the Pacers, you wondered how his frame would fill out. It's filled out nicely.
One shot, gentlemen.
You throw good, Paul George.
And Paul George, a terrific two-way player, an all-star, an all-NBA performer, and multiple all-defense selections.
Harrell kicks to Gortat. No good off the back of the rim.
No doubt disappointed with that one. He'd love to have that one back.
Yeah, I'd put that play on repeat. The setup was perfect. Just need a better result next time.
George against Gallinari. Here's Patterson, and the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Now it's a 6-point Oklahoma City lead. And Paul George has made it a goal to win Defensive Player of the Year.
I mean, he's got tremendous length and quickness, but really his pride at that end of the floor might matter even more. He just takes great pride in being a complete player.
And the Clippers making a change here. Harris is checked in. On defense, Oklahoma City. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter. High arcing shot, and it's good on the layup. Harris has got 16 here in the second half.
Such a smooth scorer, Tobias Harris, making that look easy.
Here's Westbrook over Beverly. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Harris has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Nobody near Williams. Off target with his 3.
Well, it's like the defense has a bunch of matchbooks in their hands right now, playing with fire. They were fortunate that somehow he misfired on that one.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
You know, there are certain players who just seem to have a knack for putting the ball in the basket. Lou Williams is in that category.
First free throw is good. And Lou Williams, not the biggest, not the most athletic, but Greggy finds ways to score.
Yeah, you know, whether he's creating space or creating contact, very few play that cat and mouse game better than Lou Williams.
And both free throws good for Lou Williams.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
Westbrook kicks to Robertson. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Patterson can't get it to go. Clippers trail by 4. Gallinari left side. Over George. A nice shot by Gallinari.
And with the defense right up on him, Gallinari did not panic at all, simply drops that one over the contest.
Passes to Westbrook. Over Beverly. And it's Westbrook missing. Los Angeles has gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Stolen by Westbrook. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And this is what the schedule looks like for the Los Angeles Clippers. On Thursday, they'll face off against Ben Simmons and the Philadelphia 76ers. And then on Friday, they'll go up against the Magic in Orlando.
And, you know, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team is going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games. And he looks totally out of sorts here at the stripe. Those defenders aren't afraid at all to body him up and force him to earn his points at the line.
And the second free throw, good. The Clippers in the past few seasons, Greg, have completely overhauled their roster. They are making some serious changes here.
Practically nobody from the team 2 years ago is still with the franchise. It was a complete teardown, and they felt they needed to hit the reboot button. Jerry West knows what he's doing, though, and he's done this before with great success. And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Inside, Harris. And slam dunk by Harris.
That's a strong finish from Tobias Harris.
Oklahoma City leading by 3. Outside Westbrook. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That's his 5th foul.
And that's 5. One more, and he'll be disqualified. Got to be more careful.
Off the inbound.
And he really seems to just have lost his touch at halftime.
Westbrook, no good. Gallinari attacking. Harris outside. The shot goes down, and it gets this game back to even. Harris has got 27.
You look at combo forwards that can help you provide some spacing out there. Harris right now spotting up and hitting.
Patterson finds Adams. Here's Robertson. On the wing, George. Shot clock at 6. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Avery Bradley, he's checked in for Williams. And so it's Gallinari with it. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. And they have certainly been looking locked in offensively.
They sure have. Staying aggressive and playing under control.
And now the fast break. Westbrook with the ball. And the call will be against Harris. That's foul number 2 for him. George, that's a 2-pointer. Bullseye! George has got 9 points in the quarter.
It's easy to understand why Paul George is one of the top scorers in the league. He can read the defense, he can shoot it, he can get inside, and he's riding a hot streak now.
Harris with it. Guarded now by Patrick Patterson, and Bradley gets it to go.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Oklahoma City's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. Robertson kicks to George. Back to Robertson. For 3, Westbrook. It's hauled in by Harris. Harris has got 8 rebounds in this game.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising it's such a tight game.
The Thunder shooting at 46%, making some buckets. Outside, George. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. It's stolen by Bradley. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Harris dishes to Bradley. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And, you know, I think they need to send more bodies to the boards at the offensive end. They had a good thing going there in that first half.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. And at this point of the game, getting a break here, important for the teams to regroup, and for the players, this is where you have a chance to get rehydrated with Gatorade. Get ready to play strong to finish off the game. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Tobias Harris.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
Here's George. Pass to Patterson.
Los Angeles foul called. Two shots at the line upcoming. Patrick Patterson.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
That free throw good from Patterson. And Patterson drops them both.
We talk so much about rhythm from the field. How about a rhythm from the free throw line? That looks good.
Here's Beverly. The pass to Harris. Shoots over Patterson. Harris, no good.
I'm just wondering why the defense is laying off. Luckily, they didn't pay for their mistake.
Westbrook against Beverly. Westbrook kicks to Robertson. Tipped away. 5 on the clock. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup.
You want to push Robertson further away from the basket. Inside, yeah, he's capable of scoring.
On the wing, Harris over Patterson. The rebound by Steven Adams. Adams has got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. And Westbrook, here we go, makes it off the glass. Now it's a 4-point Oklahoma City lead.
And he's been demanding the ball in these situations. Westbrook with a chance to put this team away.
There's the double team with Westbrook. Back to Beverly. Over Westbrook. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Patrick Beverly is going to come at you every night. Just an inspiring player that way. And daring the defense to get physical with him on that play.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall.
And Beverly just motivated every night to get out here, to play, to compete. He hustles and wants to make it really tough on anybody that's on the opposing side of things.
And he does get the second one. And that narrows the lead down to just 3.
He gets them to within 1 possession, but that miss puts a lot of pressure on their defense.
Here's Robertson. Gortat with the block. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Gortat. .102 left in the game. 4 on the shot clock. From deep. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
And the Clippers call time here. They're down by 3. 52 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Bradley.
Robertson out there to play defense. He excels at getting off the ground so quickly to get the block.
George passes to Robertson. Down low, Gortat with the steal. Gallinari against George. Here's Gortat. Yes! And the foul. Steven Adams picks one up.
Oh, that is the play of the game.
Nothing more rewarding than hitting the big shot for your team.
He sinks the clutch free throw.
And the whole game resting on one free throw, and he buries it. Tremendous heart.
Pass to Westbrook. 23 seconds left in the game. George double teamed. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And it's the Thunder with the ball. Now Westbrook. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Jacks up a 3. Can't get the 3 to fall. And so now a timeout called by Doc Rivers. For 3, Harris. Oh, it's no good. And we're headed to overtime. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. And we've got... Glad to have you with us as we get going in overtime. Neither team giving an inch in this one.
Let's get a nice clean game, huh?
So the Clippers win the tip. And always a good ride in these post-regulation battles. This overtime now looking to be an exciting one. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So for Oklahoma City right now, Patterson is the 4 with Adams in the middle. Robertson and George fill out the wings. And it's Schroeder in at the point. Here's Robertson. It's George on the wing. Back to Schroeder. Robertson finds Adams. Clock at 4. That one's off. He's made 5 and missed 3 now. Here's Bradley. And some very quick points for him on that possession. Bradley's got the first points here in the overtime period for Los Angeles. And it's Schroeder with the ball. He brings it up for Oklahoma City. It's stolen by Harris. Bradley deciding where to go with it. It's stolen by Adams. Robertson kicks it over to Schroeder. Passes it to Patterson. Pass to Robertson. Over to the left wing. It's stolen by Bradley. Banked in off the glass. Now it's a 4-point Clipper lead.
This is where Bradley's at his best. Terrific at slashing with purpose, finding cuts behind the eyes of the defense.
Now here's Patterson. Back to Robertson. 5 to shoot. Adams trying to free himself up. The shot's good from Robertson.
That's where Robertson's length comes into play. It helps him get through contact to be available to score.
Beverly dishes to Bradley. Back to Beverly. Drills it from outside. Beverly's got the lead up to 5 now for the Clippers.
Beverly excellent at getting a bucket when the team needs it, stepping up that time.
Beverly against Schroeder. Kicks it to Robertson. And there's the pass to George. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. George has got 32 points.
That's why you turn to Paul George. These moments are for PG.
Beverly, the pass to Gallinari. They get a hand on it. And here is Harris. Fires from deep. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Robertson's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Schroeder. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Now just a 1-point Clipper lead.
And that's why Schroeder is a player you want on your team, because he knows how to come up with huge plays in big situations. And that's good passing down low. He's good at working the ball deep into the post.
Pass to George. Over Gallinari. George, no good.
Well, he wanted to keep that shot from getting blocked, but in the process, he gave it no chance of going in because of how unbalanced he was on the fade.
To the paint. Adams finds Schroeder. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Here's George. Count that one. George has got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, Paul George sharpening his swords now. Love to see him take that shot.
To the inside. Harris's shot is off.
The defense was solid there, smothering him close inside, and that's how you want to guard him.
Money!
Well, I like watching Robertson get involved in the offense, especially when he gets down there. Nice soft touch down on the inside.
And Beverly kicks to Harris. Patterson bringing the double. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And so off the tip, it's Oklahoma City. And away we go here with post-regulation basketball. And I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
Turn around, Jay. It's in!
That's a reliable offensive option right there. Shooting with consistency as Paul George can get you from a number of spots.
And the Clippers call time here. They're behind by 3. There's 38 seconds left to play in the first overtime. What do you think, guys?
And usually you want to go for the 2-for-1 here to maximize the clock.
Williams, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Shot on the wing. Los Angeles with another miss.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all. And with time becoming a factor, that may do it, guys.
Well, leads are not given. They are earned. Playing with desire and attention to detail all night.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They trail by 5. 23 seconds left in the first overtime. Action has been terrific. What do you think, guys?
It's going to be interesting to see what they draw up to get this quick shot.
They love to get it into the hands of their best scorer, but you also need a backup plan. Plan B has to be covered.
It's stolen by Adams. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game.
Yeah, tough break for him there. But they'd have a tough time coming back from this deficit no matter who's on the floor.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
That's his third personal foul. Dennis Schroeder. Shooting 2.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6.
Well, the potential Schroeder has is pretty exciting. Such a lightning-quick point guard.
Second one is good, hitting both at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
No mistakes there. Good free throws to give them just a little bit more cushion.
Left side, Harris. Over Patterson. Off the left rim and out.
And they've been a different team here in overtime. They just seem to have lost their energy.
So it's Oklahoma City picking up the win. And they had some nervous moments down the stretch, but things finally came together for them in overtime.
Yeah, probably didn't anticipate that this one would be that close down the wire, but give them credit. They were able to regroup in that overtime, and this win has to feel satisfying.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Paul. Congrats on the win. Where is your team's attitude right now?
Continue to, play together, and we can just stick to that. Keep working, staying confident, keep defending, and knocking shots down. We'll be all right.
Looked like it all came together tonight, Paul. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. And we'll see you next time.